the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of The Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
All right, 4.5 minutes after 8 o'clock here at The Source, WOCA, 73 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. Galen Unold is on the phone. The first workday of the Labor Day week. Right?
Yeah.
The first week of the month that ends the summer.
Yep. Technically.
For the rest of the world. Or begins the winter if you're in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. You heading to work?
Yeah, I'm gonna work in town today.
Oh, okay. All right.
You drove all that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna
yesterday.
say you need a break. You didn't really have a break.
No, I'm tired.
Yeah, sounds like you sound tired. What was I going to tell you? Oh, first, before I tell you the thing I wanted to talk about today, how's the blood supply?
We're actually in need of O negative. Just because I think coming off of the holiday, I think a lot of hospitals just pre-stocked it and everything. But so we're in need of O negative and AV plasma as usual.
Your competitor was parked outside the window yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
We were looking at it saying, well,
Yep.
well, there he is.
Yeah.
Well, there she is. I think it's a she, right?
And and they need blood too. So
No, no, we've always said that, right?
Yep.
Always said that.
yeah.
So you've been in this area forever. I mean, you grew up here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here since I was 2. Yeah.
Just to kind of establish that. In 2008, obviously you were here. In 2008, you were doing this with us.
Right.
I remember 2008 very well. That's the year my dad died. He died in November, and he was ill from Father's Day until he died. So I remember this story that I'm about to tell you. There was a story about that. I mean, that's why I remember the year. Otherwise, I'm bad with dates usually. I always forget when things happen. But the reason I remember 2008 is because of my dad. So anyway, there was a story in the news about these kids in the Silver River. The boat capsized, the canoe, and they went to the edge to kind of straighten it up, and there was a gator approaching them. And there was a monkey throwing rocks at the gator, and the gator turned around and went the other way. And they credited the monkey with saving them, or at least sparing them from being scared. And the monkey had a huge smile on it. And they called it Smiley the Monkey. And so we had fun with that. I remember Rob and I on the air kind of yucking it up a bit about Smiley the Monkey.
Yeah.
So last Saturday we were at Silver Springs. And the bridge that used to head over to the alligator exhibit was torn down. They tore down that bridge in Silver Spring.
All gone.
So Robin climbed up to the banks of where the bridge used to be, and she came back and said, "Oh, Larry, if you want to get some good pictures, go over there. There you can see the beautiful blue-green boil of the fresh spring. We're oh, cool." So I went over there with my video camera, and I heard something in the tree. So I videotaped it real quickly, and I had no idea if I got what... I could see it was a monkey with my eyes, but I didn't know if I had the camera aimed correctly. Well, when I got home and looked at it on the computer, oh, man, it was there.
So great.
But it was fleeting. And this monkey flashed a smile at me that was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That must be Smiley the Monkey that we heard about all those years ago.
Yeah,
all right.
That's pretty awesome.
All right. It's a really incredible smile. All right, so except the teeth look like they're yellow. I'm not so sure if Smiley's smoking.
Yeah, he might be smoking. You never.
Remember there was a monkey smoking in the news
In
too.
Miami, yeah.
You remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway. So anyway, as Smiley's walking away in my video, which is very fleeting, but I slowed it down so that I could share it with everybody.
It is clear.
It looks like a female monkey to me. So we've been calling Smiley a he, but I think Smiley is a she.
Yeah.
All right. So I talked about it. Was it yesterday?
Yes.
Got an email yesterday from somebody named Jess. And Jess wrote this. Larry, or hey Larry. I heard your mention of Smiley the Monkey at Silver Springs, and I think you should know that the story of the monkey throwing rocks at an alligator to scare it away from 3 kids who were in the water after capsizing their canoe is an urban legend. It was started by a local radio DJ. I don't remember his name. God. I don't remember his name. Anyway, just thought you should know. Okay. I remember this was in the news.
Yeah, the news.
The news. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we weren't the only radio people talking about it.
No.
But anyway, and whether this monkey I got a picture of is the Smiley, how would I ever know?
Exactly.
There you go.
You don't know, but it was smiling.
But it led me to wonder about other. And by the way, wouldn't this be a rural legend if it's in Silver Springs?
Oh yeah, it would be.
I mean, it doesn't get any more rural.
Oh my God.
It doesn't get more.
How slow I am today. It took me a minute to laugh at that. I'm sorry.
Well, anyway, so it's a rural legend if it's anything. But anyway, so I thought of other urban legends that might have actually been proven true, and so I found some. So that leads to today's topic. But I had to throw in.
Bigfoot on there?
What's that? Bigfoot's not on there. No.
Bigfoot on there?
No, Bigfoot is not on there.
No, that's another day.
All right, here's one. Are you ready? Now I jump
That
into my.
comes back and forth.
But I thought I had to use my own urban rural legend story
Well, sure.
because now I'm.
I think you did good. I thought that was a great intro.
But I think it's disappointing if it's fake. I mean,
Yeah.
if some radio DJ started it, that's disappointing. I like the idea that a monkey saved somebody.
Yeah, and it was regular news, and those.
We want to
monkeys.
embrace it.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Anyway, especially since I got a picture of it. All right, so there was an urban legend that there was a Beatles album that had no Beatles on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Like a dung beetle?
it turns out it's true, but not true. Pete Best, the famous drummer who was fired, apparently released an album in 1965. And actually used the name the Best of the Beatles because his name was Pete Best. So the record label said Best of the Beatles. So people bought the album and it wasn't the Beatles at all. It was Pete Best and some other guys.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Sure he did.
Yeah.
And he wasn't lying.
So if you want to consider him one of the Beatles, then I guess there's no truth to no Beatles album without a Beatle on it. But in this case, the four guys you know as the Beatles wasn't on it. So
Right.
there was another rumor, urban legend, you should say, that the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm saved a man from death row. Did you hear this?
Really?
I have heard this one.
And you know it's true.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's a great story.
It is.
What happened?
There was a guy named Juan Catalan. He says he was not a fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm. In 2003, he faced the death penalty for killing a key witness who testified against his brother in a murder case. But Catalan insisted he didn't do anything, and he had been at a Dodger game with his daughter the night that the witness was killed.
Okay.
He had a ticket stub to prove it, but the authorities weren't convinced. Ticket stub didn't do it.
No.
His lawyer learned that they had shot the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm at the Dodger game. So he asked HBO for the show. He reviewed it, and sure enough, Catalan is seen in the shots.
Yeah.
Catalan is in the video on the TV show Curb Your Enthusiasm.
How cool is that?
The lawyer found Catalan within just a few minutes of looking. Catalan, who had already spent 5.5 months in jail, was released. A judge ruled there was no evidence to convict him.
Wow.
Pretty
Gosh.
incredible, isn't it?
Pretty cool story, yeah. All right, the next urban legend. 1977, the band Kiss released a comic book.
First of all, you got to say Kiss.
Kiss. Yeah, Kiss. The band Kiss released a comic book.
Greatest rock and roll band of all time.
Now owners of a football team.
Is that right? Who do they own?
Yeah, it's a arena league.
Arena football.
Oh, okay.
Indoors.
You say that like it's just arena football.
Well,
Those guys don't know how to play. That's like saying he's a lounge musician. That's just a lounge musician. Doesn't know how to play.
probably like the equivalent.
So anyway,
I don't know. That was a joke. I don't know. I don't want to offend lounge singers everywhere.
yeah, because they're going to come after you, you know.
That's right.
Yeah, I know. There's a multitude of them.
So in 1977, they released a comic book, and the rumor, the urban legend is that the red ink in the comic book was laced with their blood.
Oh my gosh.
Turns out
They
it.
probably started that rumor.
They did, but they didn't just start it as a rumor. It turns out it was true.
Really?
The band had their blood drawn during a concert at the Nassau Coliseum.
Oh, my God.
By 1977, I was no longer working there, by the way.
Oh, my God.
A few months.
Sounds like something they would do.
Yeah. A few months later, they flew up to an ink plant in Depew, New York, where they were photographed pouring their blood vials into a vat of red ink, and all that red ink was used in some of it for the comic book.
Oh, my God.
So that urban legend also is true, just like Smiley the Monkey.
That's right. He is.
All right, we've got to take a little break.
Oh.
We'll be right back with Galen Unold from LifeSouth.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a thunderstorm in spots, high 88 to 92. Through to partly cloudy tonight, there can be a shower or thunderstorm along the coast, low 71 to 75. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a thunderstorm around into the afternoon hours, high 88 to 92. Thursday, times of clouds and sunshine with a chance of a shower, high 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Yeah, 16 minutes after 8 o'clock. Galen Unold from LifeSouth Community Blood Centers is on the phone. We're having fun talking about urban legends that turned out to be true. This segment is sponsored by Penn Flooring. You just heard their ad, and go down there and see them. They are at in their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over that bridge that was built, 6 years ago, whatever? I still call it the new bridge. When do I stop calling it that?
Yeah, right.
6 years already, right?
Yes.
That's also 2008. Again, I know that because the same reason. My dad that year. Penn Flooring provides quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Stop in and visit their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street. We use Penn Flooring here at WOCA, and so should you.
Yep,
Galen
wonderful stuff.
Unold forcing himself to stay awake this morning.
Well, he had a big week up there.
Huge week. Yeah, it looked like fun, by the way. The topic I almost did today, but I didn't have enough. Things I learned from Dragon Con.
Oh.
It is kind of a fun topic, but I was looking at what people posted in regards to that. And one guy said you can actually dress up as a woman and get away with it.
That's right.
A lot of guys wearing women's clothes.
Yeah,
A lot.
it's crazy.
Okay. All right.
So here's another one. There was an ABC newsman by the name of Charles Daly. The urban legend was that John Charles Daly, walked off his job because of a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Have you ever heard this?
No, I haven't heard this one.
Let's see. John Daly was the first national correspondent to break the news of the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. He was the first to report the death of President Roosevelt on April 12th of 1945. He got into TV. First, he was a game show host on CBS, What's My Line? Did that for 17 years.
Wow.
Then he joined the news team on ABC. This is where the story gets interesting.
Okay.
The election between Vice President Richard Nixon and Senator John F. Kennedy was one of the most highly contested in years, and there was a debate, famous televised debate between Kennedy and Nixon, right?
Yes.
CBS and NBC showed the debate. ABC decided to show Bugs Bunny.
Oh, no.
And the Rifleman. Let me throw in that, too.
Oh, there you go.
Bugs Bunny and the Rifleman. Forget about that presidential debate thing.
Yeah.
So Daly, being frustrated because of, he thought the news was kind of important, he put in his resignation the next day.
Oh, my gosh.
So there is truth to that urban legend. The next urban legend.
Wow.
The next urban legend. I don't know who Hugo Boss is. Does anybody know who he is?
Yeah,
No.
he's a fashion guy, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I know that only from this, but if you know that much, that must mean you know who he is. In 2013, there was a comedian named Russell Brand, and he was kicked out of GQ magazine's Man of the Year Awards for making a joke about the evening's sponsor, Hugo Boss.
Oh.
Because the comedian Russell Brand said Hugo Boss made uniforms for the Nazi Party.
Okay.
He said, if anyone knows a bit about history and fashion, you know it was Hugo Boss who made uniforms for the Nazis, but they looked effing fantastic while they were killing people on the basis of their religion and sexuality. That was the joke he told, and he got kicked out for saying it.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it turns out he wasn't just saying it. Hugo Boss actually apologized for his association with the Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know that one was true.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was just last year.
Golly.
It was just last year. Wow.
Next time I see a World War II movie, then I'm going to, that was done in that era. I'll have to look for costumes designed
Can you imagine that?
Wow.
Here's a cool story. This is a cool story about a guy who was just trying to be a nice guy. He was a photographer. In 1950, Robert Duesneau, something like that, a French guy, took a picture for Life magazine. He was on assignment to get a shot of a romantic couple kissing in Paris. Okay. So he saw this couple kissing. He said, "Oh, could you do that again? I want to get a shot of that." And they said, "Okay." Well, France has a law that you own the right to your own likeness. So in the 1980s, this is like 30 years later, Jean and Denise Laverne approached the photographer and claimed to be the subjects of the photo. And so he was trying to be a nice guy, and he didn't want to shatter their dreams, so he said, yeah, probably is you. Mm-hmm. Never telling them that he actually had recruited two that he had seen kissing and actually knew their names.
Okay.
Anyway, after he told them it was them, they decided, based on the French law, to sue him.
Oh.
Yeah, sue him.
Oh.
So then he was forced to admit that he staged the shot with another couple, and thereby blowing what the magazine wanted, which was to make it appear that it was spontaneous. Oh. And in his defense, it was spontaneous. They just did it again.
Yeah.
Anyway, he won the case, and the lawsuit was dismissed. Yeah.
Gee, people will try to get money for anything.
By the way, just a side note on that one, the woman in the photo was given an original print of the photograph with the photographer's signature, and she sold it at an auction in 2005 for 155,000 euros, whatever that's worth.
Wow. Isn't that something? Gosh.
Wow.
All right, the next one.
Yeah.
Did Sylvester Stallone, make a porno film?
Everybody thinks so.
Everybody thinks so. I saw it.
I will. You saw it.
I did. I went to
your Netflix recommendation?
Yes. No. I'll tell you what. I was dating a girl, 1976, 77, something like that, and we had gone to see Rocky. She heard there was a porno film. And Stallone was in it. And they were showing it in Daytona Beach. We went to the theater. We watched it.
Wow.
We watched it.
It was him?
It was him. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No boxing gloves.
Oh, I bet not.
Anyway, so I mean, that's the urban legend is that there was one, and I can tell you there was, but there's this big long article in kind of documenting it. Plus, you can find the trailer to the movie, which back in those days were called coming attractions.
Yes, they were coming attractions.
Yeah. from the filmmakers.
Yeah.
And the guy says starring, and it has all these names that you knew, like what was the guy who always wore socks? John Holmes.
Yes, yeah, white socks. He always wore white socks. That was.
And how would I know that? How would I know that?
I know that.
Everybody knew that. All right.
I don't think I didn't know that one.
No, you're too young.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is what do they call it now?
Icon of the day.
They call it what do they call it? Retro porn or something?
Yeah. Yeah, it was tastefully done back then.
It was not tastefully done. No. I'll tell you off the air something about Stallone's anatomy. All right.
Wow.
The next urban legend is that Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was actually a Quaker Oats advertisement. 2 hour long. Have you heard this?
No.
No.
In the 1960s, director Mel Stewart's daughter Madeline brought him the book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Thought it would make a great film. Her dad agreed. He in turn gave it to producer David Wolper, who already had a meeting scheduled with Quaker Oats. The company was looking for a vehicle to introduce a new chocolate bar that it was developing for its Breaker Confections subsidiary.
Oh, wow.
And they paid to have Willy Wonka made.
Oh, my gosh.
It is a 2 hour commercial.
Wow.
Have you ever bought a Willy Wonka candy bar after watching that?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, sure.
It works.
Gosh.
There's an urban legend that Parker Brothers lost the trademark to Monopoly, the game.
I heard that.
It's true.
Really?
They did. Yeah.
Oh.
In 1973, there was a guy in San Francisco, a professor. He wanted his students to learn that monopolies were not a good thing, so he created a game called Anti-Monopoly.
Uh-huh.
Parker Brothers sued him because it looked like their game. It looked just like their game, except the word anti was added to it. Anyway, he did some research, and he found out that the game itself was really stolen by Parker Brothers.
Oh.
The Supreme Court ruled that the Monopoly trademark was invalid.
Oh, my gosh.
Because it should be in public domain. Parker Brothers, let's see. Some little-known information. The people who were accused of anti-monopoly infringement of their rights were involved in the theft of the Monopoly game from its inventors. Anyway, it had Parker, the guy, Anspach is the professor's name. He proved that it had existed as a folk game 20 years before Parker Brothers patented it in 1935. So they lost their patent.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Wow.
So the last one I have is at the end of some movies, National Lampoon's Animal House and some others apparently, and I don't know this, but there's something at the end that says Universal Studios, ask for Babs.
Ask for Babs?
Have you ever seen this, Galen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's after the credits are rolling.
Okay. Right. So ask for Babs if you ask for Babs, you're supposed to get a discount to get into Universal Studios.
Really? Does that still work now?
I don't know if it still works. I don't know.
But it did work at one time.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah, absolutely. Sure.
Wow.
In the comedy classic Animal House, Barbara Sue Babs Jansen, played by Martha Smith, is a troublemaking Southern belle who, by the end of the movie, gets her comeuppance at the annual homecoming parade. The film ends with a "Where Are They Now?" epilogue. As for Babs, we're told she's become a tour guide at Universal Studios. After the credits roll, there's a logo and an old-fashioned ad saying, "When in Hollywood, visit Universal Studios. Then ask for Babs for a discount."
Oh, just Hollywood, not Orlando. We can't go down to Orlando, and we should do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so apparently they honored it. Universal Studios honored it.
Wow.
Oh, until
cool.
1989. Okay, I'm sorry. It does say when they stopped honoring it.
Oh, okay.
I was told to ask for Babs. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
If I ever go back. Hey, I was told to ask for Babs. Is that going to help
go.
So
Gosh, I hope they put their money away in savings.
So some urban legends that turned out to be true, plus a rural legend that I believe is true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Because I remember.
Yes, Smiley the Monkey. We were here. Sure.
Rob, we need a segue
Gosh.
from urban and rural legends to donating blood.
Well, it used to be all those years ago about people having blood drawn. That used to be a legend, but it really wasn't. It was the truth. And that practice is still happening today at LifeSouth Community Blood Centers, so others can live. Go to lifesouth.org and find out how you can help save a life.
There you go.
Beautiful. Thank you, Robin.
We should start a legend that if you go donate blood at LifeSouth and ask for Galen, that you get an extra bowl of popcorn or something.
Oh, there you
There
go.
you go. You
Yeah.
can already do that.
Oh, okay. Extra bag.
Galen's ready to go back to bed. Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
We're actually at the Walmart on
Wedgwood Road? Oh, 40. Okay.
No,
Oh,
East
okay.
40.
East
On
40.
East 40. That's a nice Walmart. I like that.
All right. If you can't get out there, then you go a little bit closer on East Silver Springs Boulevard, also East 40, and right next door to the Cascades. That's where LifeSouth is. If you're way down on the other end of 40 in Denellen, where would you go, Robin?
Right next to the Winn-Dixie.
All right. Galen, I know you must be exhausted after that Dragon Con week, so
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
I'm ready
did
to
great
go.
stuff.
enjoy your second day of September, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, you guys are the best. Thanks, y'all.
All right. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Our military going after militants in Somalia.
U.S. forces took aim at the leader of the al-Qaeda-linked al-Shabaab group yesterday by launching a drone in southern Somalia in response to an attack on an interrogation center.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland in Washington.
We don't know if the leader was killed, but defense officials say some of the attackers and 2 civilians died in the strike. A Pentagon spokesman says officials are still assessing the results of the operation. Last September, al-Shabaab gunmen attacked a mall in Nairobi, Kenya, killing more than 60 people.
With the crisis in Ukraine still raging, President Obama heading to Estonia, the tiny nation bordering Russia, for meetings with Baltic leaders. Then he'll attend a NATO summit in Wales. And more than 30 teens escaping from a detention center in Nashville late last night. About half of them captured, but 17 still on the loose. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their cones, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 1/15/14.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
It's time for fun, fellowship, and firearms. That's right, the 22nd annual Silver River Friends of the NRA Dinner is coming Thursday, September 4th, and you can get tickets to join us at the Marion County Ag Center by calling 352-239-0711. Help out ROTC, 4-H, and other charitable causes here in Marion County by joining us. Call 352-239-0711.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Fredericks Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Fredericks Appliance is located in Bellevue, right